What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another deadline stream. Sorry, my green screen's all out of sync. Welcome back to another deadline stream. It is game week 18. In theory, it is blank game week 18, but a lot of us don't own any players from either Manchester City or Brentford, which feels like a very strange thing to say. But anyway, we are here nonetheless. We'll be looking at my team. I've still got transfers to make. I'm going to make at least one transfer. Chances are I'll probably make two. It's not impossible that I make three, but I think three is probably unlikely now with just no real concrete injury news. But yeah, my team at the moment is lining up on stream now. Say hello in the chat. If you could all just give me a little thumbs up that it is all working fine, that would be fantastic. We'll get into the usual rounds of hellos. Then we will do a round of quickfire questions, and then we'll get into the main part of the stream. But yes, how is everyone doing? Fella, how are we doing? Would I do Gordon to Louise or Bailey? For free, maybe. For a hit, probably not. For free, maybe, though. Liam, Donna, Simon, Mark, Stacy, Suyog, Spencer, Breno, Andy, John, Gavin, Randall, Ahmed, Katie. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are all watching from as well. Fiona, Prazim, Racer Boy, good afternoon to all the members in as well. Thank you all very much for your support. Nate, Joseph, Varon, Garnacho, Joey, Colnell, Brennan, Romeu, Rory, Rahul, good afternoon to all of you. Let's do a few quick fire questions just to start it all off. So, should I sell Haaland and buy Wilson? You already have Solanke and Watkins. To be honest, I'm not sure I'd be selling Haaland now. I think there's an okay chance that he's back in game week 19, even if he makes the bench. I'm not sure selling him now is worth it, particularly because we don't know the injury on Wilson. We don't know the status on Isaac. If Isaac ends up being back, he'll start one of the next two, and then we won't have any news on that. So I wouldn't sell him to Wilson now, to be honest. Any news on Pau Torres? So Pau Torres has been confirmed out by Unai Emery of Aston Villa. So yeah, Pau Torres, do not go buying Pau Torres into your team this week. If you are looking for an Aston Villa defender now, go and buy Ezri Konsa. He's actually cheaper than Pau Torres. He's 4.5 million and has started, I think, every single game so far this season, either at centre back or at right back. And with Pau Torres injured, it just sort of adds another person who might play, or sorry, it just reduces the amount of rotation that we might see for Ezri Konsa. If Pau Torres and Tielemans are out, does that mean Cash and Diaby start? I mean, it doesn't confirm that they start, but it does increase the chances of both Matty Cash and Bale and Diaby both starting. So if you've got Cash, if you've got Diaby, and you've got other things to do this week, I wouldn't massively stress because there is a decent chance they might start this week. So yeah, that's where I'm at with them. That's where I'm at with them. Can you hear the wind? I know I posted about it, but can you actually hear the wind or not? Because if you can't, then you're lucky, because it is blowing an absolute gale here and it feels like the place is going to fall down. Sorry, I know that the screen just changed a little bit for you. I'm just making the chat bigger so I can see all of your questions. No. Wow. You wait. And when the train goes past as well, a combination of the two, I think it's going to fall down. Outside your own house. Will Gordon play? So a lot of questions about Anthony Gordon in the chat. I don't know. We know nothing on Gordon. If Gordon is to start both of the next two, I probably would be surprised. I probably would be surprised. But is he worth selling for a hit this week? I'm not sure. If he's worth selling for free, if you've got nothing else to do with your team, then how do I get this chair up? Oh, that's just put it down. That's not what I wanted. This is going well. Yeah, I'm in the Midlands today. I am with Holly's family for Christmas time until Christmas Day, and then I will go and see my own family. But that's where I'm at today, and I'm in a new place, streaming in a different place every single deadline over Christmas, because I'll be with my parents, and then, yeah, buy Palmer or Richarlison. If you don't have Palmer, I would still buy him. I think he's top of my midfielders list at the moment. I would still go and, pick him up. Just at his price, he's by far the best option. Holly Shand. No, I get this question way more than I feel like I should. It is not Holly Shand. It is not Holly Shand. Lascelles to Trippier for free. Yes, I would do that for free if you've got not much else. Botman is in our predicted lineups for the game today. He is in our predicted lineups for the game today, Botman. But I'm not sure I'd be buying him. If you've got him, fine to start him. But I'm not sure I'd be buying him. You want to win your cup tie this game week. Simicast to Trent for a -4. I mean, I can't say no, as I'm considering doing it as part of a -4 as well. It is a risk to do it this week. It's a transfer that I expect to pay off long term. Does it pay off this week? Maybe not for a hit, but probably not for a hit this week. But I do think it'll pay off at some point. McAtee or Taylor or free transfer Udogie for Villa. Depends if you've got Porro. If you've got Porro, then yeah, definitely you can sell Udogie. If you don't have Porro, going without either Udogie or Porro over the next few weeks does feel like a little bit of a risk. I'm not sure I'd necessarily want to do it. I haven't taken my glasses off. I'm actually wiping them because they're all grubby. They're all grubby. They're coming back on. Sterling to Richarlison for a hit. I wouldn't sell Sterling for a hit, no. Is KDB a possibility? I think they'll be cautious with him. I'm not certain that they'll do it straight away with De Bruyne. So I wouldn't be buying him yet. And I'm not sure I'd be buying any City players until Haaland is back, because he definitely, like, De Bruyne's passing is going to be less effective with Haaland not in the team. Trent or Trippier in? I mean, I prefer Trent, but it depends what it does to your other transfers that you're potentially going to do over the next few weeks. So just having a look at what my potential transfers are. Sorry, I was trying to look at who I got in the cup just before the stream started, because I went through again. We love it. I'm up against this team, who is ranked 2 millionth in the world. Please. Oh, it's quite a good team as well. He's got double City, though, and Isaac and Udogie. So that's 4 players who are unavailable. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It's going to be Cole Palmer versus Raheem Sterling this week. In terms of my transfers, yeah, I made it into the top 100k for the first time this season. I'm pretty pleased, I have to say. It was nice. I mean, I got very lucky with auto subs. Because I got Livramento's 9 off the bench for Solanke. So, yeah, I was quite fortunate to get that. Oh, there are almost 2,000 of you in here already, but only 180 of you have liked. If you haven't liked the stream already, please could you? Worth holding over Taylor, getting Porro for 1. I mean, Powell's not going to play. Taylor will, but I would just play Taylor rather than selling Pau Torres. Thoughts on Nkunku? I actually think he'll start this weekend. So yeah, I don't know whether we'll start both the next two, but I quite, if you're looking for a punt up front, I quite like him now. But maybe he doesn't start straight away. Play Saka or Darwin. Darwin gone after this week, hasn't paid off so far. Want to give him one more chance or better? I just play Saka. I'd play Saka. Like after the full 90 minutes that he played during midweek, I'm not, and I think Gakpo scored twice. Yeah, I'm not even sure Darwin starts this game. I'm not even sure Darwin's going to start this one. So yeah, let's see. Any Isaac? So we've got literally no news. The only injury update that we've got is Pau Torres not being available. That's literally all we've got. Because there's no press conferences, because it's a Thursday deadline. Every team that we care about will have a press conference tomorrow. And there'll be loads of press conferences that tell us, like, Eddie Howe might say Gordon's out, right? He might just rule him out. And then that would be great because it'd be after the deadline, which is very annoying. But we literally, there's not going to be any early team news or anything on this stream. But am I going to sell Gordon? I just worry that he's not going to start both the next two. And if he doesn't start both the next two and then he walks into Liverpool away, City at home, Villa away, the thing is, from game week 23, he becomes a really, really nice option again. Like a really good option again in game week 23 onwards. So if I sell him, I'll probably want to be buying him back. That's what puts me off selling him. What's the most likely Villa back line? Let me get the predicted lineup thread up. It's predicted to be Cash, Konza, Diego Carlos, and Alex Moreno. Leon Bailey. Bailey is a doubt. We've got no more on it than that. We don't know if Leon Bailey is going to start or not. He's a doubt. But that's about all we've got. I quite like Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz just feels safer. I probably would buy Douglas Luiz over Leon Bailey, to be honest. I know it's a bit boring, but Shah is injured. Again, we don't know that. Shah might end up being okay, but right now he's flagged. Who to start, Gabriel or Mikalenko? Who do Everton have? Spurs away. I mean, I'd start Shah, and then I probably would put Gabriel first sub, and then I'd put Mikalenko second sub. It's possible that Shah starts. A lot of questions in the chat about Newcastle defence this week. The issue is Dan Burn played 45 minutes midweek, so he could easily start the weekend. And when you look at a fixture like Luton, who are going to be aerial, they're going to be physical, is that a good fixture for Dan Burn? Probably. Does this mean that Livramento is at a big risk of not starting? In my opinion, yes. But there's a chance that with the form that Trippier's in, he leaves him out as a rest. I don't think that's the right play, and I don't think it will happen. Also, if Anthony Gordon is out and Isaac is out, Livramento might end up playing on the wing again. Because they would then have to play like Almiron, Wilson, Livramento as a front three, which is possible that they do that. So that's why I'm a little bit cautious about selling Livramento, but I am definitely considering a -4 of Livramento to Kieran Trippier. That is definitely on the cards for me. Okay, how are we doing? You have Lascelles, Shaw, Maguire, Taylor, Gabriel with 1 free transfer. Transfer Shaw or Maguire out and bring in... I'd go Porro. Like, Porro is top of my defenders. He's still, like, he's a better asset than Trent and Trippier. So Maguire to Porro is the transfer I would make if I was you. That's the transfer I would make if I was you. Yeah, so my transfers today, I'm pretty certain I'm going to do Tsimikas to Trent. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do Tsimikas to Trent. Sorry, Christopher. You have to play Toffolo or Taylor. Got Porro in for a -4. If so, I mean, the issue is we don't know if the new manager is going to play Toffolo. I'd probably do Taylor to Porro for a hit. So I plan on doing Tsimikas to Trent with 1 free transfer. my hang on. Can you hear the wind now? I'm not going to keep saying it because I don't want to draw attention to the fact that it's blowing a gale outside, but I'll talk to you about how I'm getting Haaland back as well. We'll do it all. You have Gabriel, Evans and Taylor, whom to start in defence. I mean, probably Gabriel. It's like a ghost. Right. Who am I captaining? Watkins. So, let me just move that out of the way very slightly. Let's shift this. Where's my Christmas hat? I don't have one for today. You wait, though. So, any news on Pau Torres? Let me get it up because that's probably the easiest way to get it. That's probably the easiest way to get it. And I can just show. There was news on Pau Torres. Here we go. Right. So the boss confirms that Pau Torres and Yuri Tillemans will not face Sheffield United tomorrow. Pau Torres, as per Unai Emery, has been ruled out. Can be ruled out. So, some really good questions. Jake, sure I can do the Trent transfer next week. So let me talk you through my plans. So, I plan on doing that. The issue is Livramento will be... I need 2 transfers to get Haaland back. Probably in game week 20. It might be game week 21 if he's not back. But if he is back, I need 2 transfers to buy Haaland in game week 20. Which means I need to roll my transfer in game week 19. Which means I need to roll my transfer in game week 19. And if I'm going to roll that... You just got lag. Did you? Ah, it looks all right my end. It looks all right my end. Let me stream status. Good. No lag. Cool. Right, sorry. Finish your sentences. Sorry, I know I do that. So I plan on doing Trent in this week. I know I need 2 transfers in game week. I need 2 transfers in game week 20 to go and buy Haaland back, right? So I'll do it on plan FPL. I'll not do it on here. Which means I need to roll in game week 19. Which means any changes I want to make, I need to make this week. And Livramento, is just an issue. He is an issue. Now that Burn is back, now that Trippier's had a suspension, Burn might not start every game, but I'm not going to know. He's just going to be a headache for me every single game week now, and they walk into difficult fixtures. So I do feel like if I don't sell Livramento this week, I'm going to be stuck with him because I can't make a game week 19 transfer because I need to roll it in game week 19. So I am considering Livramento to Trippier as part of a -4. If I did that for a -4 this week, let me do it on here. It's probably easier. So if I do just upgrade my versions of my Newcastle and Spurs defender, so I go and get Trippier and I go and get Trent, that would be a -4 this week. Going into game week 19, the good thing about this is doing those 2 transfers is if Gordon is out for Forest, I have a good bench. I'd happily play and just bench Gordon if he's going to be out. And then in game week 20, I'd roll my transfer that week. And then going into game week 20, I'd sell Salah and I'd sell Solanke if Haaland is out. And I'd go and bring in Haaland and Bowen, probably. Leaving me 1.1 in the bank. Now, it means I sell Salah in game week 20, but he's got Newcastle, then goes away to the African Cup of Nations. A few of you in the chat asking as well is what game week are people likely to... Ooh, It is windy. You can probably hear that. It is... Yeah, so game week 21 is the week that Son and Salah go away to the international tournaments. It's the week that Kudus goes away to the international tournaments as well. So some of you saying, well, Trippier's performances recently don't really bode you bringing him in. It's true, but the only thing with that is, like, I just don't see him being dropped, and he is still a good asset. He's still on set pieces. He's still going to get far forward. The only thing with selling Livramento is... The only thing with selling Livramento is if Gordon misses out and Livramento plays right wing, I'm going to kick myself. Is Trippier worth a hit? I mean, not this week, but at some point he might be, and I do want him. Sanchez to Martinez and Guehi to Trent for a hit. Yes, I would do those. Isaac, a hold if hit to sell. You own Watkins already. Ben, it depends who's first on your bench, but I probably wouldn't sell him this week. And I'd probably use him as a route back to Haaland next week if you don't have them. Away at Forest with a new manager, I don't know how I feel about that. The only other player I mean there is buying Solanke. But, yeah. If I speak really close to the mic, you can probably all turn it down and then you don't hear the wind. Don't you think Trippier will be dropped in the next few game weeks or given a rest? I mean, he had his rest. His rest came in game week 17, didn't it? I don't think so, because their fixture pile-up isn't that much. Like... The fixture congestion for Newcastle is fine. So they have 3 games in a week, right? They play Saturday, Tuesday, and then they play Monday. So I suppose the risk is, do they play both Saturday and Tuesday? Does he play both of them? But then it's a big, big rest, and then you get Monday. Is Plan FPL free to use? Yes, and there should be a link in the description, I believe, to it. It should be there. It should be there. Is Gusto a less viable option? I think he'll start this weekend. Will he start every single week while James is out? Probably not. Will he start 75% of games? I think he probably will. But we do have Wolves away. We do have Wolves away this week, and I'm not sure that we'll keep a clean sheet this week. So my plan right now is to sell Livramento and Tsimikas for a hit and buy Trippier and Trent. I'm not sure which is the better move. So I'm just going to put it in my mind that it's sort of a general -4. It's not a minus, not each of them individually is a -4. So it's not like one of them has to pay off. I just need them both to add up to the right amount of points, if that makes sense. Because I am considering keeping Tsimikas this week and selling Livramento to Trippier for free and doing the Tsimikas move this week and leaving Livramento. So is Lascelles as much of an issue as Livramento? It depends when Shah's back. As soon as Shah's back, Livramento is a massive. Lascelles is a massive issue. That's the train. And now it's raining. Any news on Isaac? Literally nothing on Newcastle. They'll have a press conference tomorrow. I am likely going to keep Gordon. As a Chelsea boy, what are the percentages Gusto and Nkunku start this game week? I'd say Gusto 75% and Nkunku 50%. Should I start Diaby or Gabriel? If you've got Diaby, if you've got cash, I would start them because with Tielemans and Pau Torres out, they have a better chance of starting. Best Villa defender, again, looking at my top defenders to buy, which will come round in a minute, in like 30 seconds or something. These are all my rankings, right? So top midfielders you've got there to be buying at the moment. Salah and Son slip down this list, of course, because they go away to international tournaments in 3 weeks. And then top defenders, the Aston Villa defender on that list is Ezri Konsa, 4.5 million. Feel like he's just the safest option to go and buy. Pau Torres is back when? We don't know. The thing is, the good thing about if you've got Pau Torres, here's the shining light for it, is if you've got Pau Torres, they go away to United in 19, so you probably weren't going to play them anyway. So you don't need him back until game week 20, and when you know when he's back, he'll come straight back in the team. So maybe it's a week off, maybe it's longer, maybe it's less, but yeah. Can I build a wildcard draft? I haven't really thought about it. I'd probably go Trippier, Trent, no Haaland. Probably no Gordon, and I go Richarlison. I'd probably go Dubravka and someone else in goal. I'd have Gabriel, I'd have Porro, and then I'd have a cheap defender. I'd go Watkins, Solanke up front, probably. It wouldn't be too far off where I'm at, to be honest. There are almost 3,000 of you in here, if you don't mind. We also hit 90k subscribers the other day, so yeah, massive shout out to you all. Thank you all so much for your support and tuning into the streams, tuning into the videos as well. Yeah, greatly appreciate you, all your support and tuning in to watch videos the lot, how long you've watched for, a week, a month, a day, 3 years. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. 100k, here we go. Am I keeping Gordon? I think so, because to sell him it would be a hit, and I don't need him next week if he's out. So I am going to keep him. I am going to keep him. Why didn't I bring in Trent for Livramento? I mean, I could do that, but then I am starting double defence for Liverpool this week, which I don't like. My plan team for this week, if I do the transfers and I don't sell Gordon, I mean, I don't know who I'd want first sub. Gabriel first sub is pretty dull, isn't it? But I don't really want Archer, do I? Haaland plays game week 19. I'm not sure. He hasn't trained yet. He's still not back in training, apparently, from Pep today. So I think Lascelles will start, but it will depend on Fabian Schär and whether he's going to be back or not. So I think Botman will start. So, will Gusto play? 75% sure that Gusto will start. Did I see that Douglas Luiz? I did see Douglas Luiz stream, and then I did go and tune in. It was so funny. For anyone who didn't know, Douglas Luiz streams on Twitch, and someone asked him if Pau Torres was fit, and he said he's unavailable for the weekend last night. And then someone posted it on Twitter, and then the whole Twitter community went into his chat, and he said he'd hit record views last night because yeah, he hit more views last night than he'd ever had because the whole FPL community were in there asking about the Villa team at the week on Friday night and asking about whether Cash or Diaby's going to start, if Leon Bailey and Pau Torres were available. Yeah, it was so funny. It was very amusing. Gahey or Taylor this weekend? I'd probably play Gahey, but I don't expect much from either of them, to be honest. Kudus out for Douglas Luiz from -4. No, definitely not. Kudus is still a good option this week. Trips or Porro? Porro is still my number one. So again, in my defender ranking in a moment, we have Pedro Porro as the number one defender to still buy this week. Will Livramento start? Like, I don't know. I'm not certain on it. It kind of depends on Gordon's availability, but it also depends on Isaac's availability. I'm not certain of it, so I probably plan on taking a hit to sell him. Pranav, I'm not sure. I just think he's going to be an issue. Like, as I said, I just feel like he's going to be an issue for me, like, every week. I just feel like he's an issue every week for me now, Livramento. Like, is he going to start Forest? Is he going to start the next one? And I just don't really want that. I don't really want that. So, yeah. Let's wait and see. But, yeah. Sorry, my screen is flicking. Tino will play, but in what position? Like, I think he deserves to play, but I don't know where. I don't know where he's going to play. In what position? He could play, you know, is Dan Burn going to play both? Maybe not, but I just don't know where he's going to play. That's my concern. Saka or an Nkunku, I'd probably go Saka. The fixtures coming up after this week for Arsenal are really good. Like, I know Saka's not been great, and I've been quite critical of him. And I think fair enough. Like, his data and his returns have not been great. But like, I would just want Saka for these 4. Pick one for game week 19, please. Alvarez versus Watkins and double Newcastle defence versus double Arsenal defence. Watkins and probably double Arsenal. Huge haul for Trippier incoming. I just feel like I want him. Let's have a look at the price changes as well. For anyone who doesn't use this is called FPL Statistics, and I use it to look at potential price changes when it loads. Are you taking a hit tonight and transfer plans? I haven't. Error, no data. What's going on? It's broken. Let me try on a different tab. No idea what's going on. No idea. I don't have an ad blocker. I'll just get on my phone and I'll just say, I'll have a look after. Wow, there's a lot of late transfers happening. Solanke, Porro, Watkins, Wilson, Martinez, Konza, Kudus, Trent, Salah all predicted to rise. What about drops? Alvarez, Mbumo, Archer's apparently predicted to drop. What about on here? That's it. And then like Ruben Diaz. With Pau Torres out is the better. I wouldn't go Alex Moreno because Luka Dean could play there. I'd just go Konza. Who would I bench out of Gabriel, Tsimikas, or Darwin? If I had to bench one, I'd probably bench Gabriel. Like, I still would favour the attacker there in Darwin. I know he's not been great, but I still think Liverpool score in that game. I still think Liverpool will score in that game. Matty Cash starts. We don't know. He's predicted to. Who's predicted to? What do I think about not having Saka? Don't think he's scoring close to Havertz and Odegaard. I mean, that's recency that Havertz and Odegaard, well, Havertz in particular has done better. The thing is, with no Haaland at the moment, and then Salah and Son going away to the African Cup of Nations and Asia Cup, the price players are is actually not that relevant. It's not actually that relevant. You basically have so much money spare that you just have to pick the players at the moment who you think are going to score the most points. So, although I look at Saka and think he's not worth 9 million, like he's just not, he's not returning at 9 million's worth. But I don't have Haaland. I've got 9 million in the bank. So I don't compare, I'm not comparing him value-wise to others. I just need to compare him and how many points I think he can score. And it's nothing to do with value anymore, which is a really weird place of playing FPL, which is why I'm buying Trent and I'm likely to buy Trippier as well today, because I don't think Trent is worth 8 million. I'm not sure Trippier is worth 7 million, but I've got so much money. So much money. Trippier's not on 4 yellows. Trippier's on 5 yellows. Trippier's served his yellow card suspension. Trippier has served his yellow card suspension, so it's fine to buy him now. How's the football shirt, Roger? And we're going to want 3 Arsenal outfielders soon. I mean, not necessarily outfielders, because I do think that David Raya is a really good goalkeeper option. If I was buying a goalkeeper right now, I might go Dubravka, but I would also really consider going with I'd really consider going with Raya. Let me get the yellow cards up because you were all asking and I don't know off by heart who everyone is. So let's put that team hider up because I know you all like that. Premier League yellow cards. Little reminder while we're here just to like and subscribe while I get this up for you all. There we go. Start Semenyo or Adingra or just buy Trent? I'd probably just play Adingra. So, Anthony Gordon's had his suspension. Nicholas Jackson on 7. We don't really care about these. How do I go to the next page? How do I go to the next page? Where's the arrow? There's no arrow. Oh, what is going on? I can't go to the next page. I can't go to the next page. There's no arrow. Am I missing it? Am I being stupid? Filter? The filter doesn't even work. Next to stat. Oh, there we go. No. Oh, there, bottom. I got it. One of you told me to... Oh, left arrow. Rahul. Thank you. We got it. Right, where's 4? So, Ryan Ait Nori, for anyone who's got him of Wolves. Joe Linton. Matty Cash, of course. Soufal, Decore. Havertz is on 4. They've got 2 games left. Most of them. Kabore. Lascelles, the big one, on 4. Darwin on 4. Cole Palmer, of course, on 4. Sterling also on 4. Trent, 3. So Trippier was the one we wanted to look at, who's on 5. Yeah, Trippier's already served his suspension. Okay to hold Haaland, Watkins and Archer, the other 2. I mean, you are kind of starting Archer this week, but yes, I wouldn't be selling Haaland now. Saka owes us a haul. I mean, he owes us something. Like, even just a few points. Even an assist would go down a treat at the moment with Bukayo Saka. I love the guy, but FPL returns have not been that strong recently. Start Tsimikas or Gabriel. I mean, I'm going to start... If I didn't make the Trent move, I would do start Tsimikas over Gabriel. So, yeah. I would... Liverpool defender... Liverpool attacking fullback over Arsenal centre-back. Just seeing if there's... I mean, I don't expect any team news or anything, but for anyone who might have Brighton or Palace assets, we might get some tonight, but I doubt it. But I doubt it. It's just what we're going to... if I had to buy Trent or Trips right now, who would I buy? It depends who else you've got. Probably Trent, but Trent is more expensive. Burn to Trippier for a hit. Probably not. I think Burn will start this weekend. Areola replacement. You already have 3 Newcastle. I mean, Leno or Raya probably. Would I play Matoma? Yeah, if I've got him, I'd probably play him. Need an opinion. Leaving out Saka for Sterling, Almiron, Diaby and Gordon, and also leaving out Porro for Trips. I'd probably start Saka over Gordon if I had your... and also leaving out Porro for Trips, Dean and Castagna. I probably would bench Castagna and Gordon if that was me. I'm not sure I'd be benching Porro. Looks like the best defender in the game at the moment. Would I consider a 3-4-3? Yes. During African Cup of Nations. Yeah, I actually have looked at this. Doing Archer to... I live again? Why have I been logged out of YouTube?
IBS-related constipation.
Am I back? No idea. Give me a minute. You're back. I'm back. I had a power cut. I've had a power cut. My lights have all gone off. You're gonna... There we go. Right. Give me 2 seconds to fix it all back up again. Right. That needs to go there. No, hang on. We minimized that. Where's the stream? Mike? Can you hear me? Yeah, you can. We're back. We're back. Right. That was fun. That was new. We haven't had that before in a stream, have we? The alarm in the house is going off. Yeah, this is going really well. It also, for some reason, has logged me out of everything. Where are we? Here we go. Here we go. We're back. First time for everything. Here we go. And I shout out to the however many of you that decided to stick around. Because to help pay for the electric bill. Chris, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It was a good test for me, actually, because I've always wondered, what happens if your Wi-Fi crashes midstream? Do you have to start a completely new stream or not? But you don't. You could just continue the same one after a long break. One sec. Imagine if that had been at the deadline. Imagine if that had been at the deadline. Mango's job now, the service is already shutting off. Dear. Dear, funny. You guys make me laugh. I was stressed. I was stressed. Anyway, I think we're all back. I think it's all set up properly. Apart from the stuff in the top corners are not going round and round, are they? Yeah, this one. Hang on. Hang on. I think we're good to go. Oh no, I've been locked out of that. Why did it log me out of everything? This is what I don't understand. Like, I just got to reset. I got to put in all my passwords again. Right, we're here. We're here. Well, anyway, let's get back to the chat. Leonardo, I appreciate you joining as a member. I'm not quite sure what you've seen over the past 5 minutes that makes you want to join as a member. But that being said, yeah, thank you very much and welcome to the channel. Drop me a message on Instagram or Twitter and I'll get you added to the relevant stuff. Is it too late to get Son in? Personally, yes. I wouldn't be buying him now. Yeah, I would be waiting. I'd be going with Richarlison now if I was buying one. I'd be buying Richarlison now if I was buying a Spurs asset, which I quite like him. You need to buy a UPS for next time. What's that? Gander, send me a message about what that is. I mean, it's the first time it's ever happened, so fingers crossed. I could do with it now in case it happens again. But if I buy Trent and Trippier, when will I sell Son? I mean, I'll probably sell Salah first in game week 20 when he has Newcastle before the African Cup of Nations. But Intrepid, thank you for joining as a member. Simicast to Trent, worth a -4. I mean, I'm doing it sort of as a -4, so I guess I say yes. If that money's not needed for something else, then yes. Matthew, how are we doing? Good goalkeepers. You start with Sanchez and Kelleher, don't ask. You're thinking of Sanchez to Petrovic. I wouldn't do Petrovic because you're just going to put yourself in an issue in 3 weeks' time when Sanchez comes back. And if you wanted to do Kelleher to Petrovic, then fine. Then you have both Chelsea keepers, but I'm not sure I'd do that. I'd probably do Kelleher to Dubravka is probably what I would do. And Kunku, I think he's got about 50%, maybe 55% chance of starting. We've still got an hour to go to the deadline, I think. Although my power card might have reset that as well. 6:30, yeah. So we've got an hour to go to the deadline. God, that was exciting. That was exciting. Cash to Simicast. Cash or Simicast to Porro. I mean, Cash might start this weekend. Cash is the long-term issue. If you want to hold one for a while, then you sell Cash because Cash is an issue. But if you only care about this week, then probably sell Simicast. Uninterrupted power supply, like a large battery that kicks in if you lose power. Pop one on your router and PC. Oh, Gander, can you send me it on like WhatsApp or something? I might have a look. Any news on Gordon? Am I risking it? I'm going to risk it. I've got other transfers that I prefer to do. Yeah, I'm going to risk it this week. Watkins, worth the Campsey. I'm on Watkins captain this week, yes. Yeah, I'm on Watkins captain this week. Start Ward-Prowse or Gordon. I'd probably play Gordon in case that he plays, but we don't know anything on Gordon at the moment. If we got told that Gordon wasn't going to play, then I'd sell him. But yeah, we just don't know. Like, we just don't have that. We just don't have that. One sec. You're playing 3-4-3 and need to sell Alvarez. Help. I mean, my forwards are there, right? Solanke, Jesus, Watkins, taking a punt on Nkunku or a cheap option on Mateta. What's my current team value? I don't know, actually. 195.4. That's a lot. No, yeah, 195.4. Congrats on a hard-earned 90k. The FPL grind past season's been massive and loads of great tips. Road to 100k and that silver plaque. I appreciate it. We'll get there. Why Watkins captain? I think he's got the best game this week. They're so consistent at home. Lascelles to Porro, good move. Yes, I do think Lascelles might start this week, but I'd prefer Porro. What are my plans? So my plan at the moment is to do 2 transfers and then in game week 19 roll the transfer and then in game week 20 to get Haaland back. That's the plan at the moment. Those of you asking about how to sign up to membership, if you go onto my channel, there's a little join button there and there are 4 membership tiers here. I always recommend the second one. You get members only content, you get members only streams every week, members only videos as well. If you want one-to-one help with your team, there are levels of that, but I always advise that the mid-tier one is probably the best one. -4 poll. I mean, I don't think that many people... I don't think that many people are on it. Well, maybe they are. Maybe. There's no join button. It will depend on location. Some locations it's not allowed. Hang on. Let me put a poll in the chat of people on -4s. That power cut's throwing me off. No hits. -4, -8 or more. Or then a chip played option as well. So, missed your super chat. I might have been at some point during the power cut. Let me get it. Let me get it. Dimitri. Your defense is Dubravka, Senesi, Cash, Tsimikas, Gabriel, Lascelles. Which 3 defenders would I start? And would I sell some for Porro? Bournemouth go away to Forest. I mean, I'd bench Gabriel. I'd start Lascelles. I'd start Cash. I'd probably bench Senesi and do Tsimikas to Porro. Probably is where I'm at. It's probably how I feel on that one. So, thoughts on Douglas Luiz if you want a Villa midfielder? I would probably go Douglas Luiz over Leon Bailey, to be honest. I'd probably go the safer option. It's pretty close between the two. Maybe you want a more exciting option, and then that is Leon Bailey. But over Christmas, I think I would just go with the safer option now. Shah replacement? I don't know. Hang on one sec. Is nah, cool. We're good. Shah replacement. I mean, Porro and Konza, or anyone on my top defender list at the moment. Leon Bailey, injury prone. I just think over Christmas he might not start them all. So I probably would go Douglas Luiz if I was buying one. What's the poll saying? 64% of you are not taking a hit. I'm quite surprised at that. I'm quite surprised it's so low. So many of you are not taking a hit. Sterling or Gabriel first bench. Sterling's the better asset out of the two this week. Trent versus Trippier poll. I mean, yeah, maybe after this one. Chances of Diaby starting. They're all right, actually, with the injuries that they've got. I'd say 60, 70%. It's not great, but... it's better than it has been. Start Livramento, Gabriel, or Tsimikas. Livramento, Gabriel, or Tsimikas. I'd probably play Livramento. Could I do? Hang on. What about this? What about this as my -4? I will be playing triple Newcastle defence is the only thing. And no, that would just be not buying Trippier. Hang on. This could work. What happens if I do... I think I'd go Richarlison, although I do like Bowen. Hang on. Why is this like this? Yeah, cool. What happens if I did Gordon to Richarlison? And then Tsimikas to Trippier. Who are my 2 transfers? I don't know yet. A combination of, do I think Gordon's going to play? Do I think Livramento is going to play? And wanting Trent in my team as well. It's not, like, I did look at this. And I don't think it's the worst -8. I don't hate this as a -8. I don't hate it. Mike, thank you for joining as a top tier member. I appreciate it. Drop me a message on Instagram or Twitter and I'll get you added to all the relevant group chats. I don't hate this. It's just it's a -8. But I definitely think the right outscores the left. Gordon is overdue a rest. I agree. I'm not sure he starts both the next 2. Sam. Sam. Oh no. I just think the right is better than the left. Do you not? Is Gordon out then? I don't know. But do I think he starts both of the next 2? Probably not. Intrepid, I'd probably do that because I'm not sure Isaac's going to play. Right is so much better. Here we go. This is the positive reinforcement that I needed. I need you... Sam needs to be quiet and I need everyone else to tell me that... it's a really good idea. Is Richarlison the right option though? -8 is too much. Hush up, Sam. We want the drama of the -8. Pau Torres is ruled out. Richie, lad. I just don't know Richarlison is the right option. Like, I mean, the next 3 are pretty good. Their run until, like... Their run's pretty good, actually. Surely the right doesn't outscore... But it doesn't need to outscore by 8 this week. Because it just needs to outscore by something this week and outscore by 8 over the next couple of weeks. Is Darwin worth a hold? You prefer Kulusevski? Oh, I don't know about Kulu. He's very hit and miss. If Gordon doesn't play, Livramento is gold. Maybe. But he played at right wing before and it didn't go very well. Should I do a -4 for Simicast to Trent? Sorry, I've had a million times. I haven't, and I probably would. I'm considering it myself. I haven't fully decided on whether I'll do it or not, but I am definitely considering it. I'm definitely captaining Watkins. Who else could I get? Bowen? But he's got... His fixtures short term are not great. I'm going to be buying Bowen, but I'll probably wait. I posted these moves on Twitter yesterday and it got very mixed responses and everyone told me I was too boring to do it. So part of me wants to just do it because everyone tells me I'm too boring. I've got so much money in Gordon, you'll want him back. The issue is, if Gordon does miss this game, there'll be such fire sales on him. Because then he has Forest, Liverpool, City. Do I think Diaby starts? I reckon 60% so starts. He's in our predicted lineup. Bowen instead of a Richarlison. Sam is just digging the sword in. Right, let me show you what it means for my teams going forward. Let me show you what it means to my team over the next few weeks. We're almost at 1,000 likes, so thank you all very much. Is Gordon out? We don't know. Thank you for joining as a mid-tier member. I appreciate it. Drop me a message on Instagram, on Twitter, and yeah. I'll get you added to the group chats. And thank you all for your support, allowing me to... Feels very strange, but allowing me to do this full time. Why Trent for a hit when he's likely to blank? Because I think he's a good option going forward, and he could easily outscore Tsimikas by a few points. I really want to do it. I really want to do it. I really want to do it. I don't know if a -8 is a really bad idea, though. I don't know. What time is it? How long have I got? I've got an hour. Got an hour to stew on it. Harry's going mad. Go for it. -8 is a terrible idea. It could be so good, though. It could be so good. Don't do Richarlison. Do it, then we can gain rank on you. Get Trent next week. No, because if... Right, so... The thing is, if I do it next week... If I do 2 of them this week and 1 of them next week, it then means when I bring Haaland back in game week 20 for Sheffield United, that I'd have to take a hit then to do it because I'd be using my game week 19 transfer. If I do them all this week, it allows me to roll my transfer next week. It allows me to roll my transfer next week. You've sold Haaland. My views on Colwill, he should start. With Cucurella injured, with the injuries we've got at fullback, I can see him being first choice left back for quite a while now. So if you need a Chelsea defender, I've always recommended Colwill as my #1 buy. Gusto is probably more explosive, but I don't think he'll get quite as many minutes. Disasi could play the odd game at right back, but Gusto is a good shout. Gusto is a good shout. Top 10 coldest FPL moment of all time. What this is going to be, this -8. That's what we do. Neto, better than Richarlison? No, I don't think so. I can be forced to use my game week 19 transfer. Well, then I'm better off just doing it now anyway. Let me get Plan FPL up. Let me get Plan FPL up. Right, so that would be the 2. If I... Could I not also... Hang on. What if I do Taylor? Where's Livramento? Oh, I'd have to sell Gordon. I have to do the Gordon move if I want to. What about... Bowen's fixtures short term are not great. I could get Bowen. I could then bench Bowen. I'm going crazy now. This is crazy talk. This is crazy talk. And then in game week 19, when he goes away to Arsenal, I could bench him again. Then, in game week 20, apparently I have 2 Bowens. That's good. I would already have Bowen. But I may as well just go Richarlison. What's the difference between doing a -8 and 2 consecutive -4s? Nothing, apart from it gives me an extra week for it to pay off, right? Because Trent and Trippier are better assets than their counterparts this week. So you just give yourself another week for that -4 to pay off. In theory, it's the same number of hits, but nah, Bowen scores against big teams. I mean, I could just go straight to Bowen and not go Richarlison. Richarlison's fixtures are better. You're going loco, going crazy. This is what we're here for, right? That's what we're here for. So, Willian or Douglas Luiz? I like Douglas Luiz. He's a good, cheap option that, like, I don't think you expect the world from him, but yeah, he's fine at his price, definitely. I'm going to put it in subscriber-only mode, as we always do later on in the stream. You literally have to subscribe for 1 second, and then you can start using the chat again. If I could only do one, Lascelles to Trippier or Tsimikas to Trent. Lascelles to Trippier or Tsimikas to Trent. Probably Tsimikas to Trent. Probably Tsimikas to Trent. Thoughts on Jesus / Alvarez for the next 4 to 5? I mean, Alvarez doesn't play this week, so I'd probably prefer Jesus. Shaw to Burn for a -4, no. I'd just play Saliba on your bench because Shaw is more nailed than Burn going forward, so no, I wouldn't do that. Should you still transfer out Haaland this week? If you've got Haaland to this point, I'd probably keep him. I'd probably keep him. Do you think we'll get any more team news before the deadline? I mean, unlikely. Mate, I don't know. FPL Bob, sorry, I missed your super chat. Let me get that for you. Start one of Zinchenko, Cash, or Tsimikas. I'd probably take the chance that Cash plays. If anyone's still holding Cash, with Pau Torres out, it's possible that Konza and Diego Carlos both play centre-back, and then Cash fills in at right-back. By Richarlison or Douglas Luiz. I'd probably go Richarlison if you have the money for it. I'd probably prefer him over Douglas Luiz. Konza or Porro. I love Konza at 4-5, but Porro is still the #1 defender that I'd be buying at the moment. Still the #1 option. Still the #1 pick. Taylor to Trippier done. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. You have Livermore to suggest you do Tsimikas to Trent due to the form and his attacking potential he's showing. I'm pretty much almost guaranteed that I'm going to do that transfer. Buy Richarlison, sell Hwang for a hit. Probably yes. It's a transfer you'll be happy you've done over the next few weeks. It's interesting that we are not buying into the great Everton revival. The issue is the fixtures are just quite tough for Everton, so I quite like Branthwaite, but I don't think he's worth a transfer at the moment. Saliba to Trippier and Isaac to Slanky for a hit. Or you have Gordon and Dubravka need to free up a Newcastle spot. I don't hate it. I do think Saliba from next week is probably... probably the better option, but Benjamin, thank you for joining as a member. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Drop me a message on Instagram or Twitter and I'll get added to the group chat. Pound Gordon to Trent and Bowen for a hit. I mean, I'm not sure I'd be doing those moves. I'm not sure I'd be selling Pau Torres. He's still a good option over the next few weeks. Still a good option. Simicast replacement majority have Porro and Saliba. I mean, Konza. Any confirmed transfers? Nothing yet. How about I triple up on Newcastle defence? I don't think that's going to happen. Don't think that's going to happen. You're great. But don't take a -4 this week. As in the case Gordon doesn't start, Gabriel is a decent cover on the bench. Is he? I'm not sure I get the love for Newcastle. I don't... yeah, like away at Liverpool is not ideal for a defensive team. Luton might just score anyway, and then it's not that big a deal. Trippier versus Trent poll. In terms of buying, or in terms of who they've got, Darwin to Wilson or Solanke, I'd probably go Solanke still. Garnacho to Richarlison for a hit. Yes, I'd probably do that. Trent or Trippier this week. I mean, I'm probably going Trippier first, but... Sorry, Trent first. Thoughts on Bruno at 8.2? Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Good evening. Just joined. What's the news on Gordon? We don't have any. There's very conflicting reports going around. And the game's not till Saturday, so I'm surprised if anyone knows. Why not roll rather than getting Trent against Arsenal? Because he's better than Simicast. The issue with the ideal defense is I have a lot of money now and then I won't have money. So in game week 19, like having Trent is a good idea. But going forward in game week 25, it's maybe not. I'm going to wildcard in about game week 30 or so. I follow a lot of accounts on Twitter. Start Semenyo or Saliba. I'd probably go Semenyo. Semenyo, especially if you're starting Gabriel. Especially if you're starting Gabriel. And Nkunku worth a punt. He's a punt, right? He's great. He's a really good punt, but I'm not necessarily sure that he starts this week. That's my worry. That's my worry. I'll be in a tough spot. I think it'll be fine. I do think it'll be fine. Areola or Fabianski this week. I wouldn't buy either. Fabianski probably starts after Areola conceded 5 goals midweek. Haven't I already got Trent in for Simicast? I haven't done it yet. No, I haven't done it yet. Gordon replacement, Bailey. I'd probably go Douglas Luiz over Leon Bailey, but that's the boring manager in me. Is Gusto a solid option going forward? Yes. I don't think he'll start every single week, but he should start 70% of weeks. Burn will play, probably should play, but Bailey again probably should play, but we don't know. Okay, yeah, my ideal defense on if I was wildcarding next week, I mean, I probably would have Trippier, Trent, Pedro Porro, an Arsenal defender, and then maybe Gusto. Maybe Gusto. What's the noise that keeps going off? Is it like wind? Because I'm sorry, but there is a storm blowing outside. It's not normally like this. I am FPL, but there is a storm, and unfortunately, I can't control the weather. And I'm streaming somewhere that I don't normally stream. Hence, it's normally at home. It's quieter, but if it sounds like the wind. Drop Hoyland for Mateta in draft. Probably yes. Sometimes the best option, but Tsimikas and Livramento are going to be issues going forward. So they're going to be issues going forward. Goalkeeper replacement for Areola and worth a -4 if you have Turner. It's like a phone. Don't think that's me then. If I have Areola and Turner, would I take a hit for another goalkeeper? No. I'd take the chance that you get one of them playing this week, but we don't, you might not. But news about Pau Torres. Pau Torres has been ruled out. How would I get Salah and Son back after the cup tournament funds spread around the team? The funds would only be spread into one player, which would be Trent, and then I would just sell Trent. So, unfortunately, I can't control the weather. Am I at Holly Shan's parents' house? Oh, dear. Oh, it's the notification jingles. Sorry, are they too much? I can turn them down if they're too much. I've turned them down for you a little bit, I think. They're jolly. It's festive. Nah, that's the aim. Martinez or Leno for Flecken. I'll probably go Martinez. You have Areola Sanchez, top picks to fix. Leno, Raya, but Raya has difficult fixture this week. Or just go Dubravka. Areola to Dubravka works quite nicely because then you just play Dubravka until Sanchez is back. Tsimikas to Trent. I'm planning on it, yeah. So you're not buying Alexander anymore. I am planning on it. Planning on buying him. Jesus for Isaac. No minus. If you can sell Isaac for free, yes. So, how long have we got? 34 minutes to the deadline. I could do anything from rolling my transfers to a -8 on this stream. Am I selling Gordon? I don't know. I have no idea what to make of the Gordon stuff. Do I think Villa keep a clean sheet without Pau Torres? Yes, I still think they probably do. Gordon for who? I mean, Douglas Luiz or Richarlison or Bowen are my top 3 replacements for him. Richarlison's probably top this week based on the short-term fixtures. What would I free hit team this week be? Oh, I don't know about that. Richarlison, Son, Pedro Porro, Trippier, Konza or Martinez in goal, Watkins, something like that. I don't know. The attackers are difficult. You either go for higher owned attackers with difficult fixtures or low owned, less reliable players who have a better fixture. You brought Bruno in, but you couldn't bring in Richarlison. You might go Diaby to Richarlison next week with more data. I quite like Richarlison because he will also likely take penalties as well once Son goes away to the African Cup of Nations. So just to a free transfer for Trent. My live chat is frozen. Here we go. Is Shaw out? I'd be surprised if he plays, but we don't know that. Why am I choosing Trent first pick rather than Trippier based on their fixture? Because I've got triple Newcastle. I could do Livramento to Trippier, but I prefer Tsimikas to Trent first. I mean, I could just do Livramento to Trippier, but I do like the idea of Trent. Livramento, I'm not sure Livramento, I think Livramento starts one of the next two. It's kind of where I'm at. It's kind of where I'm at for it. JB says there's no sound for you. I mean, I would reply saying there is sound, but you won't be able to hear me if your sound doesn't work. So it's not me. I just don't know if you want to do trips in. I like trips. Long-term buy for me. Like, look at this. But, right. So those of you saying, you're not sure Trippier even starts. He's been bad recently. The worst thing for Eddie Howe to do would be to drop him. But look, from 22 onwards or 23 onwards, but they don't have any Europe. They're going to be such good holds. Do I want to sell them for 3 weeks effectively? Because they're good for the next 2, and I don't think I want to do that. I still think he's a good long-term hold. I've seen that tweet on Twitter about Gordon, but I don't know. I do follow the guy and I have spoken to him, but just with Focal saying that he doesn't think he's going to play, there's so many mixed reports. So much mixed stuff on Gordon. Would I get Trent in for Simicast if you already had Trips? And yes. And am I getting rid of Gordon? I think I'm not sure I'm going to get rid of Gordon. I don't know. Right now, if the deadline was 1 minute away, I'd do Simicast and Livramento to Trippier and Trent. That's what I would do this week. Thinking of dropping Simicast and Gordon for Kulu and Trippier. What do I think? You already have Trent. I mean, if you prefer Simicast to... If you prefer Kulu to Richarlison, fine. But I quite like those moves if they're for free. If it's for a hit, I don't know. But you already bought Richarlison for free. Thinking of Simicast to Trent for a hit, I probably would. Livramento to Trips or Trent. I mean, probably Trips first. How long till I make my subs? I mean, 20 minutes? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Thank you all as well for the new subscribers. We hit 90k subscribers the other day and we're almost at 90 and a half already. So, yeah. Crazy stuff. If we ever hit 100k on this channel, yeah. Mental. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Got rid of Darwin this week. Now watch him haul. A lot of people have sold Darwin this week. So in true Darwin fashion, I think he will probably haul, yeah. Worth getting in Richarlison for Diaby. You already have Son. I wouldn't do it for a hit, Pranav. I'd probably do it for free. What subs will I make or not fully decided? I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do Livramento and Simicast to Trippier and Trent. It's just what I think on Gordon. It's just what I think on Gordon. But the thing is with Gordon, I will probably do a Game Week 19 wildcard. I don't know if it will be on YouTube or it will be on like Instagram and TikTok. I might have to do a short one. So make sure you're followed over there. There's a link in the description to all my socials if you need them. But there will be wildcard drafts posted around. Sam Taylor, sorry. Haaland to Slanky -4, taking a -4 already. It depends what your first bench is like. I don't think I'd be selling Haaland now. I feel like last week was the week. I know we got no points out of it. Part of me thinks I'll keep Gordon. The reason is if I keep Gordon and just do the -4, let's say he is out for 19. I actually don't need him. I can just bench him in 19. This won't be Livramento. This will be Taylor. This will be Taylor. How much is Taylor now? 4. Yeah. Like, I don't need... I could just play in Game Week 19 I could just play this. I don't actually need Gordon if Gordon's not available. It's only this week. And is it worth a hit for 1 week? Probably not. Probably not. Is Richarlison worth a hit for a week? Over a 50% Gordon. I decided not to do it last week and it paid off. What would I do with Shah? First bench is White. I just play White. Got rid of Powell or Gordon or Tsimikas to Porro. Powell or Gordon or Tsimikas to Porro. I'd keep Powell and Gordon. I'd probably do Tsimikas to Porro. Is Darwin worth it? I mean, I wouldn't buy Darwin. I wouldn't sell him for a hit. I'd keep him unless you don't have Watkins. Then buy Watkins for a hit. But otherwise, I wouldn't sell him for a hit. Guys, thank you very much for joining. We've had several new members today. Guys, thank you so much. 5 new members during this stream. 6 new members. So thank you very much. So hold Darwin now. Yes, right. So Quickfire. There's a lot of the same questions. Hold Haaland if you've got him now. My planned transfers are Livramento and Tsimikas to Trent and Trippier for a -4 and to keep Gordon, but I'm not set on it. Darwin, I would sell for a free, but not sell for a hit. Unless you don't have Watkins, then I would sell for a hit. What happens after becoming a member, Harry? It depends what tier you joined at. But if you joined at mid-tier or higher, you'll start getting members-only perks and stuff like that. Pau Torres has confirmed to be not playing in the Aston Villa press conference today. Livramento might play, he might not. I don't think he starts both the next 2. Similar for Lascelles. I don't know what we're going to get out of him either over the next 2. Cash, if you've got Cash, don't sell him for a hit because don't sell Cash for a hit because you've got Pau Torres out, so he's more likely to start. Arsenal defense is fine. I wouldn't take a hit for a defender unless you want that defender long term. What should the transfer priority? Trent for Tsimikas or Richarlison for Diaby? I'd probably do the Trent move. As long as the money isn't an issue going forward. Colwell to Moreno for a hit? No, I wouldn't do that. Is Shah out for how long? We don't know. There's no Newcastle press conference today. Ben Chilwell is apparently back soon. It's interesting. So Chelsea have just announced a statement on the new not Club World Cup, on the European Super League, where I think they basically say that they won't support it, which is interesting. Which, of course, I'm happy that they won't support it, but I'm interested that they've come out in a statement of it, given the ruling that was made today. But yeah, that's good. Drakonic. I don't see your super chat. United did hours ago, did they? Fine. I missed the United one. Should start Gahey or Trippier for a hit? I do Gahey to Trippier for a hit. Doesn't it feel strange to take a hit to bring in one Liverpool defender for another? You want to get Arnold but struggling with the -4 hit. I mean, I might. I don't think it's that bad because Trent is just miles above and Robertson's not that far back. Pat Key, sorry. Darwin / Tsimikas to Trent / Solanke for a -4. Yes, I probably would do that. Or Gordon, Darwin. No, I do the first one. Gordon or Nunes, who would I keep? I'd probably keep Gordon. He's a much better... What happened? Honestly, this stream is... This stream is just going... So weird. My age, I'm 25. But what am I doing with Gordon? I'm probably going to keep him. How long have we got? Honestly, this stream we had the power cut. Now we've got my camera going off. My camera now has a weird message on it saying something and with some letters, and I don't know what it does. Son captain. I mean, Son is a close second behind Watkins. Son's a close second behind Watkins. Huang to Richarlison for a hit. Probably yes. Triple captain Watkins, no. I look young for 25. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. I am going to do my transfers in a minute, but there's just no point. Like, I say this on every stream. Like, there's just no point doing them at any point before close to the deadline in case something was to be announced, but I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. There's a lot of Villa defenders out there. Oh, dear. Top goalkeeper. I mean, if you buy this week, it's difficult because I'd want Raya from next week. Leno, if you need a goalkeeper this week, or Dubravka. I'd probably just go Dubravka still. Keep Gordon or bring in Douglas Luiz. I'd keep Gordon. Unless it's for free, then maybe do it. But why don't I grow a beard? Do you think it would suit me? I don't really grow beards very well. You have Sanchez and Turner, who to replace. I'd probably do Sanchez to... I'd probably do Turner to Dubravka. They rotate really well, Sanchez and Dubravka, and you don't actually need Sanchez until later down the line. Arnold rising to 8.3. This price tag insane. You better play number 8. He's great at right back, but the issue is even like we don't need the money now, so the price tag isn't massively relevant. Is that site working now? Yeah, here we go. Look at all of these. Slanky, Watkins, Porro, Wilson, Konza, Martinez, Trent, Kudus, Salah, Cunha. Next, who else? No one. Palmer's going close. Is Haaland going to drop again? No. I don't know on... One sec. Haaland dropping again would be so good. Yeah, I agree. But he's not going to drop, I don't think. Depends if he's... Yeah, I don't think so. Sanchez and Areola, your keepers. I do Areola to Dubravka. And I do that for a hit. Oh, you already have triple up. Whether hit for Petrovic or who else. I don't think I do Petrovic. I do Leno or David Raya. Diaby out for a hit this week. And for who? I wouldn't sell Diaby for a hit. He might well start with Pau Torres being unavailable. Thoughts on Palmer captaincy? Yeah, it's a no for me. If he was at home, maybe, but no. Harry, when Salah and Son leave their respective national tournaments, so those who are leaving for their national tournaments are going to go in game week 21. They will miss. They'll be here for game week 20 and they will miss game week 21. 18 minutes to the deadline. We got this. 17 minutes to the deadline. Now, don't captain Watkins. Most transferred in curse. Maybe. I think I'm going to keep, I don't know. What's your plan if Gordon doesn't play? I don't need Gordon next week. I don't actually need him next week. My team next week will look like this if I do my 2 transfers of Trent and Trippier in. Will look like this. So I don't actually need Gordon. If I've got Gordon, I have a benching headache. So captain probably on Salah. Probably. We don't know anything on Gordon, really. There's very mixed reports. They're not too much. Start Lascelles or Tsimikas. Probably Lascelles. Issue is you need Gordon this week. You don't think Howe will risk him? I don't think it's worth a hit. I haven't replaced Trent. I just haven't made the transfer yet. 15 minutes to the deadline. Isaac news, we got nothing. We got literally no news apart from Pau Torres isn't going to play. Start Gabriel or Gordon. Gabriel's a fine sub. Do I want Gabriel as my first bench if I don't get Gordon? That's the question. I need to think about my bench this week. Zingy, thank you for joining as a member. I think I'm going to leave it like this. And do my transfers. Trent and Trippier in for Tsimikas and Lascelles for -8. Worth it. I mean, it probably pays off at some point, so yes. Where do I live? I live in London. My favourite NFL team. I don't really support NFL. My brother supports Kansas City. My captain is on Watkins. My captain's not going to change. Gordon to Douglas Luiz, no hits, good move. For free, fine. Gordon out for free is fine. Gordon to Son. I wouldn't be buying Son or Salah now, to be honest. They got 3 weeks, then they go away to the African Cup of Nations. So that's 2 transfers you're having to use on that. So yeah. Trent to Lascelles or way too weak. Trent for Lascelles. I mean, I probably would if you can for free. Gordon to Almiron. I'm not sure I would do that. Almiron has been pretty good, but that's not worth a hit. $4,000 of you watching. Thank you so much. Welcome. If you're new, please subscribe. My cup opponent doesn't look as good this week, but I'm not looking now. We'll stick around for a few minutes after the end of the stream. Should I sell Foden or hold? I mean, I would probably look to sell Foden, but I don't know what your bench is like for this week. Isaac to Solanke for a -4. Probably. That's the train. Why not roll the transfer? Because Livramento and Tsimikas are just issues waiting to happen. They're going to be issues in game week now or in game week 21. And if I wait till game week, later down the line, Livramento is an issue from next week. Tsimikas will be an issue later down the line. And that's when Salah is likely to be going. And I'm going to need to sell him as well. J Pups, sorry, let me scroll up and see it. Shard to burn for a hit. Oh, no, I did. Well, maybe I read it in the chat. I wouldn't do Shard to burn for a hit. I just play Saliba. You don't think Archer against former club is better than Gabriel? I mean, maybe. It's close. Arsenal have been so solid defensively though, so I'm gonna leave it as is. Darwin to Watkins and Tsimikas to Trent for a -4. Yes, I quite like those. Yeah, I would do Darwin to Watkins for a hit. Yeah, Douglas Luiz for Hwang Hee-chan or roll the transfer. I'd do the transfer. I don't think Trent will be benched. No, I don't think so. Right, how long have we got? 11 minutes. Probably about time to do my transfers. Tsimikas to Konza. I like Konza. He's my #1 Villa defender for you guys to be buying. Who to start on first bench? Darwin, Gordon, Gabriel. I'd start Gordon, first bench Darwin, bench Gabriel. I think both teams score in that game, to be honest. Which keeper to buy? Have Areola and Turner. I mean, I probably would go to Dubravka still from one of them. Your guess is as good as mine about who's likely to play. I don't think Turner will play, but I am guessing. How will I get Haaland back? I'll get Haaland back by selling Salah in game week 20 when he plays Newcastle and the week before he goes away to the African Cup of Nations. Isn't Konza on 4 yellows? I think he's on 3, isn't he? I mean, but the issue is if he gets booked today, that's fine. Would I do Shah to Gusto for a hit? No, I would just play Saliba. Best 7 million midfielder for Sterling, tempted for Willian. I mean, I would just keep Sterling. Harry, who to start having, Kunku or Solanke? I just start Solanke. Best professionals come back stronger after different spell. I have no doubt that I think Trippier is going to play. That's not my issue. Right. We've got 10 minutes to the deadline. Got 10 minutes to the deadline. You'll hold on to Gordon and got 2 for transfer next week. Seems like a good idea, right? I probably would. Thank you all for the super chats as well. They've been crazy this stream. Thank you all very much. Not made the moves yet. No, I'm going to do them now. I'm pretty happy with these. Like, I know it's a hit, but... Tsimikas out. Trent Alexander-Arnold in, I think. Livramento out. Trippier in. Just upgrading my Newcastle defender. And just upgrading my Liverpool defender. Trent seems like a disaster move. Really? I mean, Tsimikas is going to lose his place at some point. He's going to lose his place at some point, so... Just do Trippier, no Trent. Am I worried about a route back to Haaland when spending the cash? No, because I'm going to sell Salah when he goes to African Cup of Nations. -4 for Trippier. It depends who you're starting, but I'm going to sell Livramento to Trippier for a hit. Trent's on fire, I agree. I don't necessarily think it pays off this week. I think it pays off going forward, and I'm giving myself the longest time possible to do it. I'm pretty certain I'm going to do both. You guys in the chat don't like it. You guys in the chat do not like it. Don't overthink it. Should I bench? Right. Let's do a poll. See what you think. Never a dull week with me. I don't know. Some people would say the opposite. Let's see what the poll says. It's very split. It's split in half. 500 of you have voted. Good is at 47%. 720 votes. Dubravka or Martinez? I mean, Martinez is probably better, but he's more expensive. I would say Martinez is probably better, but Dubravka is just very nice and cheap. 50%. It's a 50-50 split. It's a 50-50 split. Luton to score at home. Yeah, but I'm just happy with the moves going forward. Just happy with the moves going forward. I think. Trust my gut. -8. I'm not going to sell Gordon, I don't think. So, Gahey to Trippier for a hit. Yes. Not worried about Trippier being a disaster lately. No, it doesn't mean so much for FPL. Still good going forward. More poll votes than likes on the stream. Damn. Everyone who voted hit the like button. It's true. Right, so you think it's bad generally in the chat. It's pretty close. Who would I captain this week? It's going to be on Watkins. It's going to be on Watkins. Simicast to Trent and Dubravka in for a -8. I mean, only if you really need a keeper should I buy Dubravka for a hit. So, right, I'm going to do it and then I can spend the last few minutes of the stream answering your questions. Cool. That free hit button is still in the wrong place. Still in the wrong place. Simicast to Trent, Livramento to Trippier. It's done. Don't free hit, I know. It's done. That defense looks naughty though. That defense looks so nice. It's gonna backfire, isn't it? Archer or Taylor first sub? Probably Archer. -4 Lascelles to Trips. I mean, Lascelles will start. I wasn't sure Livramento will. That's why I did the hit. So I'm not sure I would do Lascelles to Trippier for a hit. Will the Trippier hit pay off in the long run? That's my plan. Like, I don't need it to pay off straight away, but I think it will pay off in the long run. Because I think Livramento will miss some games. I think Livramento... How much funds in the bank? Still quite a lot. Well, 3.3. 3.3 in the bank. Haaland plans. I'll sell Salah to get Haaland back. Pau Torres replacement. Konza. -4. Mikalenko to Trippier. Probably. I like Everton, but I don't like their fixtures. I don't like their fixtures at all. -4 to take out Gordon. I'm not going to do that myself, so no. Palmer in. He's top of my midfielders to buy still at the moment. Still up there, top of my midfielders to buy. Simicast or Gabriel to start. I was going to start Simicast over Gabriel. Trent captain, no chance against Arsenal. Hold Haaland, yes. If you've got Haaland now, I would hold him. The poll has voted 51% good, and that's when I'm going to end it. Oh, it went back to 50%. 50 to 49% apparently. Good wins. With your transfers, we've now got the same 5 defenders and goalkeeper. You feel good about it. Start Hwang Yi-chan or Saliba. I'd probably start Hwang, favour the attacker. My team value is like 105 million. Konza for Simicast. I probably would do that. The best -4. Simicast to Trent or Lascelles to Trippier. Probably the Simicast move because Lascelles should start. Do I like mushy peas? They're all right. What's the -4, Harry? Simicast, Trent. I'm not sure I'd sell Lascelles for a hit. I've answered, yeah, I'm not sure I'd sell Lascelles for a hit. Get Botman for a -4 or play Taylor. I wouldn't buy Botman. Not necessarily certain he'll start. He could do, he might not. It's not worth a hit. Livramento to Trippier for a -4. I mean, I did it. So, yeah, start Colwill or Gabriel. I'd probably start Colwill. Start Archer or Gabriel. I'm going Gabriel first on my bench with Archer second on my bench. So, Constantine or Moreno on free hit. Given you've picked 2 left backs there, I think I'd go Konza. Do I think Gordon's going to play? I don't necessarily think so, but I'm not sure, and I'm not sure it's worth a hit when I want him long term. Start Gabriel or Branthwaite. Gabriel. Start Gordon or Colwill. Gordon or Colwill. I just play Gordon. If you've got him, I would just start him. I don't think anyone's got a good enough bench to not play Colwill. To not play Gordon. Colwill is a very decent backup, but yeah. Start Semenyo or Gabriel. Semenyo or Gabriel. I play Semenyo in case he starts. Triple captain Watkins. You're never going to hear me advise triple captaining someone in a single game week. Those asking about captain, my captaincy ranking will come round in the top corner. Those of you asking about defenders to buy, those of you asking about midfielders to buy, forwards to buy, there are a lot of questions, but they're all coming around. So here you've got top 5 forwards. If you wait a minute, you'll get midfielders. If you wait a minute, you'll get defenders as well. They are in order. They are my top 5 options to buy. The only one is goalkeeper, and I go Dubravka or Leno this week, but I'd probably wait till next week and buy David Raya. You could also buy David Raya this week. Bowen for Richarlison, no, I wouldn't do that, especially not for a hit. How much do I have left in the bank? 3.3 million. My perfect Sunday is watching Super Sunday football and then a nice roast dinner. Ooh, those are the best in the winter. Super Sunday with some FPL points and then a roast dinner. Darwin to Slanky for a hit. I probably wouldn't. I'm not sure I'd do it for a hit. I wouldn't sell Darwin for a hit unless it was to buy Watkins. Is Raya starting over Ramsdale? Yes. Yes. We have 30 seconds to go to the deadline. By the time you see this, it will be 10 seconds. So we do not have time to go and answer any more questions. Go and check your teams. Abuni, Haaland to Nkunku, Tsimikas to Trippier for all roll. I'm not sure I'd be selling Haaland now. That is going to be the deadline in 20 seconds from now. So go and check your teams. We'll be staying live for a few minutes after that to do some future planning. If you are going to head off now, make sure you've liked, make sure you've subscribed. Make sure you subscribed. And yeah, have a lovely break. Have a lovely game week. Those of you celebrating, have a lovely Christmas as well. We'll be back on the 26th with a deadline stream, but the game week is about to end, so if you are heading off, thank you all for tuning in. We'll stick around for a few more minutes, but yeah, go and check your teams as the deadline will now have passed for you all. There we go, the deadline is officially over. Let me go and just tweet my team while we have a minute, and then we'll just talk about a little bit of FPL, shall we? Really appreciate it. Well, I'm still in the cup. Yes. Yes. Good luck, everyone who is heading off. Good luck to you all. To Tsimikas out. Trippier plus Trent in. Good luck, everyone. Just the FPL, the usual FPL Cup. The FPL Harry one will start in a little while, but we'll be following the FPL Harry Cup very closely. Be following the FPL Harry Cup very closely. I sold Livramento and Tsimikas for Trent and Trippier. Sold Livramento and Tsimikas for Trent and Trippier. Took a hit for Trent 2 minutes before the deadline because he saw he was getting a price rise. I mean, you could have done it after the deadline, but yeah, fair. One sec. What am I trying to do? Cool. Right. Deadline has passed. Thank you all for your support. Let's have a look at next week, shall we? Bench Saka and Salah for Gordon and Tavernier. Hope it pays off. Wow. That is bold if ever I've seen bold. That is bold if ever I've seen bold. You took out Gordon for Bowen at the last minute. Feel United will mess up against the Hammers. Always suffer. I don't hate that move. I don't hate that move. Sorry, I'm just posting my team. So, I mean, my team for next week, like, if Gordon's not available... If Gordon's not available, like, I don't need him next week. You do a great job at buying low and selling high, despite making transactions at the deadline. I buy early when I need to, but it hasn't happened very much this season. I used to do it more. It's not bold, it's a mistake. I'm sorry. But I hope you score more points than me then. If Gordon is injured, you're considering Bowen. I like Bowen. You left Gordon in and you're already panicking. I mean, the person who you would have brought in would have to have scored for a hit. So that's why I decided not to do it. That's why I decided not to do it. Bank, I hope Nkunku does well for you. I really do. It's a big punt, and I hope it does well. You sell Kudus for Gordon. Well, let's hope he plays. Let's hope he plays. Gordon can't be out for 19. It's not a major injury. Bowen or Richarlison will be obvious transfer next week if he's out. But if he's out next week, I don't need him next week. No football shirt giveaway today, no. I don't need him next week, so I might just hold him now. When will we get another wild card? After game week 20. So when 2024 starts. Roll will be a popular pick next week. Probably, but I hope you still all tune in to watch the videos. I hope you all still tune in. But yeah, I do. At the moment, I plan on rolling. With Jackson going, does Nkunku become an option? I mean, Nkunku will play whether Jackson does or not. Like, Jackson playing or not doesn't impact Nkunku. Vinny or Rodrigo practicing for the Super League fantasy. I'm a big fan of Vinicius. When I saw him play at the Champions League last year. Well, I wasn't there. I watched it on the TV. Where am I at for overall points? I mean, I lost 4 when I took a hit, and I can't check. Oh, I can. I didn't refresh this page. 1027, but 1023 now after I took a hit this week. You still don't have Palmer. Next week for me, it's going to be Hwang to Palmer. I like that move a lot. Remember how Gordon kept you from being aggressive? Gordon might do the same. That's very true. I said to myself, I wanted to sell Bowen because he was stopping me from being aggressive when I wanted to. And maybe he's going to do the same. But I've got a good bench going forward now. I've got 4 defenders, which I'm happy to play every week. So it's not as bad. Jimenez back after suspension. He could be a good option. He misses the Burnley at home game this week, which is the one we really wanted to target. You guarantee your Salah and Saka blank. I mean, everyone owns him, but... Will Chelsea be better attacking-wise or defensive-wise? When Jackson goes, I mean... I still don't trust us defensively. Kept Martinelli this week. Liverpool is his kind of game. I know Ross did as well. I don't blame you. Archer to score against his old club. He's second on my bench, so I won't be getting him. My opinions on Liverpool-Arsenal. I think it's quite a hard game to call. 1-1, 2-2. But I think Trent can get involved in the attacking returns. He might play midfield. Right. So, would I consider a 3-4-3? I just don't know who the third forward would be Haaland, but the Solanke fixtures are not great. Well, it's just these 3. I mean, I might consider a front 3, but you captain Núñez as you're feeling risky. Wow. No City next week. Away at Everton when we don't know if Haaland's going to be back. That's not the end of the world. Kaja, the deadline has passed. De Bruyne for Salah in 21. Potentially. potentially. Definitely worth one that we'll all be looking at. I probably prefer Bowen, though. Go Nkunku, go Chelsea. That's what we like to hear. Anyway, you know it's past. Yeah, I know it's past. I know it's past. Anyway, we're going to wrap up the stream there. This is how we looked. Is Saka worth getting soon? Let's see how he plays this weekend. He might be a decent like Salah replacement when he goes away. We are going to wrap up the stream now, though. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely Christmas to anyone celebrating. If not, just enjoy the football this weekend. Fingers crossed for some green arrows all around. I could do with another green arrow to cement my place in the top 100k for the first time this season, and hopefully do as well. Anyone who signed up to a membership during this stream, drop me a message on Instagram or Twitter and I'll get you added to it, and we can join in the matchday chat over the next few weeks. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely weekend when it does come around, and I will see you all again very soon.